Everyone, thank you for being here. This is my last day teaching from my cozy cottage that C has named it. I love that name, cozy cottage. So next time I'll be back in the US working together with you guys there. Okay, Thich Nhat Hanh. Today I picked something that's called art. By living your life, by producing works of art, you contribute to the work of the collective awakening of our people. A bodhisattva is someone who is awake, mindful, and motivated by a desire to help others to wake up. The artist, the actor, the filmmaker, the novelist may be inspired by a desire to become a bodhisattva, helping with the awakening of the people, helping them to touch the seed of joy, of peace, of happiness in themselves, helping them to remove and transform the seeds of discrimination and fear and craving. The artist can do all this. If you are motivated by that desire, you will have so much joy and energy that fame and power will not appeal to you anymore. Nothing can be compared with that kind of joy, knowing that your life on earth is beautiful and helpful. Okay, so with that in mind, we will start the physical practice, and then I'll read it again, and then we'll do the meditation. You guys know the drill. Okay, finding your seat, practicing together week after week, month after month, year after year. And if you want to, you can lift your heels and your toes. Noticing how we are connected to earth. Sometimes, or quite often, the mind travels away all kinds of places. And by moving the body and bringing the awareness of the mind back to the body and what we're doing, we're aligning it. Integration. Yoga means union. I want to unify myself. Bring my mind into my body right here to the present moment. And then if you want to, you can bring your awareness to your sitting bones. That's two strong bones we use a lot each day. Maybe shift the weight from side to side, really to feel one sitting bone and then the other, and then finding neutral. If you want to, you can place your hand on your belly. My teacher talks about the pit of the belly. Pit of the belly is like a little bit below the navel and then close to the spine. The pit of the belly goes in and up, internal support. In the best of worlds, we no longer need external support. It doesn't matter to me what you think. I have enough internal support and guidance from above to do the right thing. Not easy. Shoulders are wide, neck is long. If you want to, you can place the fingers on top of your head, maybe, and then push the crown of the head into your fingers. And when I'm pushing up, at the same time, the sitting bones are kind of connecting deeper into the seat. So one part, I need the earth to push against the earth or yield into gravity to reach up taller. Breathe. How much guidance am I ready or willing or capable of receiving today? And we're inhaling up through the root chakra, all the way up to the crown chakra. Exhale down, cleaning the Sushumna. Inhale up, exhale down. A few more times through the root chakra, in between the sitting bones, all the way up to the crown chakra. Imagining this like a chimney or Sushumna. The more clarity I have, the more helpful I can be. That's why we practice. And then if you want to, you can place your hands on your knees and then start the cat-cow movement. Maybe adding the breath. Exhale when you round, inhale into your back bend. Those are the first two koshas, the physical body and the breath body. Learning or practicing to align those two, working as a team. And then eventually coming back to neutral, and then adding the blinking, bubbling stars. With clarity, I can be a blinking, bubbling star. Bring them all the way up. Clasp your hands, turn them away, straighten the elbow. Maybe look up. Breathe. Inhale up through the root chakra. All the way up, and then exhale down. And then reach. Notice how you're stretching the side of the body, the lungs get a little stretch. So we make choices. Every day we make choices. I listen for guidance, and then I make a choice, and then I wait, and then I notice what happens. And then I listen for guidance, I make another choice, I wait, I notice what happens. And then reach up tall, turn to one side, let the arms go wide. Fingertips are reaching away from each other, we're still breathing. And then release, back to neutral, maybe lift the shoulders a few times. And then add the blinking, bubbling stars again. Notice how we have so many small muscles, and they are working hard to make this movement. All the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows, straighten those elbows. Allowing the palms of the hands to face the sky. Breathe. And then reach, making choices. What choices bring pain? What choices brings pleasure? And what choices brings peace? And then turn to the other side, let the arms go wide, the fingertips are reaching away from each other, away from each other. And then release back to neutral. Maybe lift the shoulders a few times. Okay, and now take all the fingers, dip the fingers in paint, Thich Nhat Hanh talked about art, and then paint something, or create a piece of art. 2, 3, and then draw anything you like, creating a piece of art, helping others to and ourselves to awake. And then back to neutral. Take the other hand, dip the fingers in paint, dip the fingers in paint, and then 3, 2, 1, and then draw something that helps or that gives you clarity. And if it gives you clarity, maybe it will give someone else clarity. And then back to neutral. This time, let's place the arms in cactus. And then gently turning or twisting from side to side, waking up the body in a different way. And notice how the feet are working and the knees are moving. And then maybe go swimming. Go swimming. Still February, but the water is warm somewhere. Not here. I was ice skating yesterday. So here the water is frozen. And then release. Knees to elbow, knee to elbow. Legs and arms are pretty similar. And the knees and the elbows, they kind of are same, but different. Pit of the belly goes in and up, in and up. Maybe cross the midline, crossing the midline. And then if you want to, you can lift one knee up and then the other. And maybe stay here for a while. Maybe add a little bit of movement here. Engaging the core. And then release back. Okay, blinking, bubbling stars again. All the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe. Notice how your feet are connected to earth and the palms of the hands are connecting to the sky. Breathing through your Sushumna. And then release the fingertips out wide into airplane and then turn the palms up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. And then this time bring the arms behind you, holding on to wrists or elbows or something. And then stay there. Stay there. Notice any tightness. Maybe imagine the breath as warm, cleaning, rinsing, healing water. What part of you needs some extra care today? And then release one arm down, shake it out, bring it up. Feel or give yourself support. Give yourself support. If you have strong internal support, you don't need external. And then release the other one. And then place the one hand on top of the other. And the more internal support I have, the less I need to worry about people around me. What they think, what they do. And then release down back to neutral. Okay, let's bring the feet a little bit wider. Bring your awareness to your sitting bones. And then start to shift the weight from side to side. And then forward and back. And then circles. Noticing how your head, how sometimes I depend on one side of my body and the other is light, and then I depend on my right side and the left is light. And go the other way. Maybe go diagonal. And the other diagonal. Maybe I want to bring the arms with me. And then come back to neutral and then place the feet in Tadasana feet. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Lifting that right knee off or into the air, creating circles, opening up the hip joint. Going one way and then the other way. And then stepping out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Pit of the belly goes in and up. Breathe. Can you find the Sushumna here? Breathing through the root chakra all the way up through the crown chakra. Inhale up. Exhale down. Cleaning your own chimney. And then releasing the hands down, drop the head, let the knees stay wide, add some movement. Maybe walk the hands to one side, then the other, maybe walk behind the chair. Or maybe just let the head hang and be heavy. Inhale, come back up, and then place the foot on the knee. Use your fingers. Place the fingers in between the toes to open up the toes. Gently guide that knee out wide. Breathe. Long inhale, long exhale. And then slide the knees together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and turn to the up, away from your knees. And then maybe ask yourself, what did I learn about myself yesterday? What did I learn about myself yesterday? And then release back to neutral, lifting the other knee up high, creating big circles, one way and the other way. Releasing maybe some memories from the past. We store a lot of memories in our hips. And then stepping out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Lengthen the spine. Breathe through the Sushumna. And then releasing one hand down, push into earth, push in, and then allow the other hand to reach up high. Breathe. And then come back. And then place the other hand on the floor, push into it, and then reach up high, breathe. And then release, drop the head. Inhale, come back up. And then place the foot on the knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Gently guide the knee out wide. Breathe into any tightness. Slide the knees together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and turn away from that knee. Look behind you. What surprised you about yourself yesterday? What surprised you by yourself yesterday? Maybe a reaction, maybe something you enjoyed that you didn't know that you enjoyed. And then release and come back to neutral. Okay, let's work those legs. So making sure that I have good stability or connection to the earth, transfer the weight forward and up. And then let's do 10. 10 where I barely connect to the chair. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now you have a choice. You can stay seated, or you can do the same thing again, or maybe you can lift one foot, then the other, or come up with something else that kind of, so you feel your legs working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. And then come all the way up. And then we're going to stay up. Blinking, bubbling stars, all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over. And then let the sides wake up. And then reach, 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 reach. Maybe you want to walk around a little bit. Reach both hands up, turn to one side, let the arms go wide, look behind you. How far back can you reach? And how far forward can you reach? Breathe. And release. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Push the feet into the floor and let the palms of the hands reach up towards the sky. Breathe. Maybe look up. And then reach, reach, reach. How high can you reach? Can you reach the ceiling? Almost, almost. And then let both arms go up, turn to the other side, let the arms go wide. How far away can the fingertips move from each other? And release. Okay, 5 fingers. Dip the fingers in paint. Dip the fingers in paint. And then 3, 2, 1. And then draw whatever you want. Draw whatever you want. And back. The other side. Dip the fingers in paint. Dip the fingers in paint. Maybe the paint is on the chair. And then 3, 2, 1. And then draw whatever you want. Do you see the color? What color are you using? And then let the arms go. Let the arms go from side to side. Just let them swing. Maybe add some knee bends. Maybe move around a little bit. And then knee to elbow, knee to elbow. Pit of the belly goes in and up, across the midline. And then hands on your hips. Ooh. And then kick yourself in the butt, waking up the hamstrings, waking up the front of the leg. And then lift the foot out to the side, waking up the outer hips. Engaging those muscles, and then balance. Balance. And then try the other side. And release. Okay, open the fingers as much as you can. Plank posture, standing plank posture. Now, imagine a heavy furniture. And you need to get rid of this. And you push it away, push it away, push it away, push it away, push it away. Push it away. Breathe. And then it's going to fall back. It's going to fall back, and you're going to use all your power to try to keep it away. It's going to come closer, and then push it away, push it away, push it away. You win. You win. And then you add some extra kicks just to keep it away. Keep it away. To the side, behind you. And then eventually you can release, and you have created all this space around you. Oh, and now let's do 3 sun salutations. Okay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 2. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline, and then stay there, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. And release. Okay, let's step back to warrior 1. Stepping back to warrior 1. Inhale to chair posture. Exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. Take a big step back. Find the earth behind you with the toes and then the heel. Building warrior 1 from the ground up. Hips are facing forward. Warrior 1 is simply observing what is going on. What is going on? Add some blinking, bubbling stars. Clasp the hands, turn them over. Breathe. Release the fingers out wide. Place your hands in your back pockets. Breathe into your heart. And then bring the hands to the chair. Lift the back foot up. Lift the opposite hand off the chair. You can stay here or you can add movement. Release the foot back down, bend the knees and come back up to standing. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes off. Take a big step back, find the earth behind you with the toes and then the heel. Building from the ground up. What is happening today? What is happening today? What has changed? What has changed? Maybe looking up. You can start by looking forward and then slowly let the gaze travel up the wall to the ceiling, maybe all the way up. Notice how that messes with your balance. Let the arms go out wide. Place your hands in your back pockets. Breathe in through your heart. And then let the hands go to the chair. Pick up that back foot. Lift the opposite hand. You can add movement if that's helpful to you. Maybe take the bind. And then eventually feet are finding one another again, bending the knees, coming back up to standing. Okay, stepping back to warrior two. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, right heel comes off. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic halves, open up the pelvic halves. Finding warrior two. How does warrior two feel like today? Flip the front hand and reverse it. And then bring it forward to extended side angle. Holding on to the chair maybe. Find that long line of energy from the back foot all the way up to the leg, the right lung, the arm, through the fingertips. Breathe. Come back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee. Let the hand go down for Trikonasana. Maybe bring the gaze from the floor up the wall, maybe all the way up to the ceiling. And then maybe let that arm go up too. Rebend the front knee, come back to warrior two. Place the hand on the chair, lift the back foot up, dip it in the water, lift it up, dip it in the water, lift it up, stay there. Now, let the same hand come off. Maybe let the knee and elbow connect. Maybe you want to take the bind. And then find your way back, bend the knees, come back up to standing. Other side, inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes up. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic halves, finding warrior two. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. And then transfer the weight forward, elbow to knee or hand to chair. And find that long line of energy from the back foot all the way up towards the sky. And then coming back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten that front knee, release the hand down, maybe to the chair. The gaze can travel from the floor up the wall, maybe all the way up to the ceiling. And then if you want to, you can let that arm go up too. That's a possibility. And then bring the gaze back down, rebend the front knee, finding warrior two again. Place the hands on the chair and lift the back foot up. Dip it in the water, lift it up. Dip it in the water, lift it up, and then stay there and take the same hand off the chair. Maybe add movement. Ooh. Maybe take the bind. And then letting the feet come together, bend the knees and come back up to standing. Tree posture, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, starting in mountain posture, Tadasana. Now, our feet are kind of small. Imagine the feet, from the feet growing roots wide and deep, maybe connecting with other roots. I've heard that trees talk to each other through the roots. So maybe you are a tree talking through your roots with another tree. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. One part of you is super steady, and the other one is light and playful. Maybe you find a tree and then your gaze goes from the wall, from the floor, up the wall, maybe up towards the ceiling. That changes the balance dramatically. If you haven't fallen yet, you can always close your eyes and then you will most likely fall. Ooh. And then finding your way back, shake it out. Back to mountain Tadasana, stand up tall. Crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky, and the feet and the roots from the feet are going wide and deep, connecting to other trees and to the core of earth. And with all that stability, I can transfer the weight to one side, let the left heel come off, and then playing with tree posture, with another balancing posture. If you want to, you can look at the floor and then maybe allow the gaze to travel up the wall, ceiling. Eventually, most people fall. If you haven't fallen yet, you can close your eyes and then usually you fall. All right. Now place the hands on the chair. Spread the toes as much as you can. Feet a little bit wider than your hips. Release the knees hip width apart. Let those toes open up. Dip the fingers in paint. Decide on a color. And then take that color and paint it. Paint all the way down to the heel and paint the heel too. Paint the heel too. And then release. And then take the other hand, dip it in, take another color. And then paint the heel. And then back to the chair. Now, all 10 fingers. Maybe you take 2 colors and you mix them. Maybe you take 2 colors and you mix them. And then Paint, and place the hands in your back pockets. So your back pocket are getting tons of paint on your back pockets now. Maybe they're dripping down on the floor even. And then release, untuck the toes, let the knees go wide, big toes to touch, and then finding child's posture. Stay in child's posture and breathe. Big inhale, big exhale. And then inhale, come back up, and then create that triangle. So clasp the hands and create a sturdy, stable triangle. Tuck the toes, tuck the toes. Okay, now lean onto the support that you have built. Lift the knees. You can stay a little bit if you want to build some strength. Still breathing. And then come up, walk towards the chair, and then armpits towards legs. Armpits towards legs. Stay there, dolphin posture. Breathe. And then bend the knees, and come back up to standing. All right. That was the physical practice, and maybe your mind is a little bit more present in your body. That's one of the ideas of having or doing a physical practice, bringing the mind into the body. Okay, so I'll read this one more time. Thich Nhat Hanh about art. By living your life, by producing works of art, you contribute to the work of the collective awakening of our people. A bodhisattva is someone who is awake, mindful, and motivated by a desire to help others to wake up. The artist, the actor, the filmmaker, the novelist may be inspired by a desire to become a bodhisattva, helping with the awakening of the people, helping them to touch the seed of joy, of peace, of happiness in themselves, helping them to remove and transform the seeds of discrimination and fear and craving. The artist can do all this. If you are motivated by that desire, you will have so much joy and energy that fame and power will not appeal to you anymore. Nothing can be compared with that kind of joy, knowing that your life on earth is beautiful and helpful. Okay, and now let's do the seated meditation, about 10, 11 minutes, a little bit longer than we usually do. So finding your seat, sitting up tall, maybe move the heels and the toes a little bit, really connecting to earth. Shoulders are wide, neck is long. You can keep a low gaze or you can close your eyes. And then bring your awareness to your breathing. Just notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And maybe if you want to, reflect upon what kind of artist are you? What kind of artist are you? And then I'm going to be quiet for about 10 minutes. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Gently move your head from side to side. And then if you want to, you can place your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. What kind of artist are you? And then maybe bow your head in gratitude for this practice thousands of years old. Thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for once again practicing together. Namaste.